you change your life in 27 seconds? Yes, if you are open. Because what we have is something brand new, yet with hundreds of years of experience. Ground floor, but with millions behind it. An opportunity to capitalize on 3 giant industries at once. It's never been done before, cannot be copied, and is global from day one. So, if you've been looking for something real, something unique, this is it. Take one more step. Ask the person who sent this to you what it is.
Thank you for joining us here today. So the first thing that I want to bring your attention to is the memberships. And in Africa, there are 2 memberships, as you know. There's an Advantage, and then there's the Preferred. For anybody who wants to get the Advantage product in Africa, it's $99 and it's $29 a month. So when somebody pays $100 USD for the Advantage product right here, it's a 90% CV, or you're given 90 in credit, both to get paid against and in volume to get promoted against. What happens is that you're going to pay $99.99, and then you're going to pay $28.99 a month every month thereafter. It's actually every 4 weeks, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But the value you're getting in the plan is that when you enroll somebody at $99.99, you're given 90 value in the plan to get promoted against, to get paid on. And the same thing is every 4 weeks thereafter, through the 4 commission cycles, when they pay $28.99, you're roughly getting 26 value in the compensation plan itself. And then, of course, there's the Preferred product, too, that sells for $300 USD, of which you get 270 value in the plan to get paid against and get promoted on. And then the monthly fee is 69 USD a month, and the value, the CV is 62. We also have what's called an ILA. ILA stands for International Lifestyle Associate. If you want to become a representative, you're going to pay a one-time initial fee of $69.99, and then every 4th week thereafter is $18.99. That's your monthly fee that you're going to pay, and you're a representative. One of the things that we do, if you enroll somebody at $99.99 and they want to become a rep, so they would pay $99.99. They would also pay $69.99, which is their initial fee to become a representative, and that's all. Then 4 weeks later, they would pay their auto ship of $28.99 and $18.99. But people are paid 7 different ways within the MaVie plan. The first way you make money, though, is an initiation bonus. All the memberships that you personally sell, we're going to pay you a 10% commission on. So when you go out and you sell an Advantage product, the membership, the CV value is 90. We're going to pay you we're going to pay you a 10% commission, or you're going to earn 9 USD. Or the Preferred, the CV value is 27. You're going to make 27. So the first way, what we talked about, is that you're going to earn a 10% commission on all of the memberships that you personally sell. The second way that you earn income on our company is called a team bonus. So we're a binary, and in a binary, you have 2 legs. You have a left leg and you have a right leg. And at the end of every single week, we add up all of the commissionable volume in your left leg and in your right leg. And whatever leg is your smallest leg, we're going to pay you 10% commission of all the CV in that small leg. So at the end of the week, when you go into your back office and you see how much volume you've done on your right leg and how much volume you've done on your left leg, whatever leg is your smallest leg, that's your volume, and you take 10% of that, and you know what you're going to earn. People want to be able to count on what income are they going to earn this week. The third way you earn income is that we're going to give you what's called a doubling bonus. We want to give you an additional bump beyond that 10% in your small leg. So what we say is this: we say at the end of every week, when you add up all the volume in your big leg and small leg, left leg or right leg, so I'll use the term big leg and small leg. At the end of the week, whatever volume is in your small leg, we're going to pay you 20% commission on the first 5,000 of volume, and then 10% thereafter. The fourth way in which you earn money in our company is called a matching team bonus. And a matching team bonus is something that's really, really exciting. We're going to pay you 10 generations deep. That's paid on your entire organization. That's not just your small leg, but that's your big leg also. We've also got what's called a membership renewal bonus. And a membership renewal bonus, that's the fifth way in which you're paid in our company, is there to reward you for the acquisition of any new memberships that you personally sell and for the retention of those memberships. We're going to pay you 3 levels deep. And this is the once every 4 weeks, we add up all the volume of the membership renewal. So when you take a look at a membership, when somebody enrolls and they pay 100 USD and then they pay 28 a month, $28.99, and the value of the CV was 26. Every single month we add up all the renewals of what everybody paid on their auto ship, on their membership. So if you have, if you've enrolled 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, and then on your second level, maybe you have 15 or 18, and on your third level, you might have 30 or 40 memberships, we're going to pay you 5% on your first level, 4% on your second, and 3% on your third. We're going to add up all the volume auto ship, which is the renewal feature, which is the 26 CV. You add all that up, and you can qualify to earn 5% on your first level, 4% on your second, and 3% on your third. We're going to pay that 3 levels deep within the organization. So we wanted to reward you for the acquisition and for the retention of memberships within your organizations. And then the 6th and 7th way you earn income is we have 2 different global bonus pools. The first one is called a global leadership pool. And when people qualify for that, that's about halfway through our compensation plan. They split 1% of the global volume every single week. And then we have what's called a presidential leadership pool. And those individuals, it's a smaller group of people at the very top of the company. They're going to split 2% of the global volume every single week. Typically, you get a pay increase. You're able to earn more money for doing the same thing as you move through the plan. When everybody starts as a lifestyle associate and they become a lifestyle qualified associate, they now qualify to participate in the binary. You always do then forevermore going forward. Here's what they need to do to be active. They have to have 25 in personal commissionable volume within their current or their previous 3 consecutive weekly period. If you have a membership, and please remember, somebody can become a lifestyle associate and not have a membership. Some people might have a membership and they may not be a lifestyle associate, or some people are both a lifestyle associate and they have a membership. We're only paid when somebody buys a membership, whether it's on an initial purchase or every 4 weeks thereafter. If anybody becomes a lifestyle associate, nobody's paid on that. So if somebody becomes a lifestyle associate, that's great. They have the opportunity to build the business and sell memberships and to do all that, but you or nobody made any money on when somebody gets involved as an ILA. Only when somebody buys a product. Your personal commissionable volume is anything that you do personally. Any membership that you may have when you pay your initial or when you pay your auto ship, it's the volume that you do plus any person that you've talked to that became a member that is not a rep, any volume that those member onlys do and what you do, you add all of that up together collectively. And what all that volume comes to, that's your personal commissionable volume. So you're given credit for all of the customers that you've personally enrolled also. So if you already have the Advantage membership, you've already qualified because you're getting 26 PV every 4 weeks. So you're already qualified. If you're an ILA and you do not have a membership, you need to find a person who's a customer only, who has at least the Advantage, or they can have the preferred. And when they pay their initial and or their monthly, you're now their active thereafter because you're given credit for whatever you do personally plus any customers that you've personally enrolled. So to become binary qualified, you need to be active. And to be active, you need to have 25 personal commissionable volume. You also need to have 2 different legs. Now, what's a leg? John enrolls Steve. John enrolls Susan. Those are 2 separate legs. You need to have 2 enrollment legs, each containing at least 1 active ILA. And to be active is they need to have 25 PCV in the current or the previous 3 weeks. So I may enroll Steve and Tessa, and then I enroll Susan, and say Steve and Tessa are ILAs. that's okay. But are they active? Do they have their 25 PCV each? If they're a member and a rep, that's also. If they're a member, if they're a rep only, that's okay. You need 2 different legs that you've enrolled that are active. And when you do that, you've taken care of that requirement. Now, you also need to have 2 personally enrolled customers that are not ILAs. To become binary qualified, you need to be active, which means you need to have 25 PCV. You need to have 2 legs, a minimum of 2 legs, each containing at least 1 active ILA that has 25 in volume. And you need 2 personally enrolled customers. They could have the Advantage product, they could have the Preferred product. It doesn't matter. You then become binary qualified. And when you're binary qualified, you now have the opportunity to earn your team bonuses. So at the end of every single week, we add up everything in your big leg and everything in your small leg. You might have 800 and 400 or 1200 and 700 or 7,000 and 4,000 or whatever it comes to. We're going to pay you, here's 9%, one more is 10. And then remember, we talked about this down here. We're going to pay you an additional 10% on the first 5,000. You're going to earn on your small leg. We're going to pay you 10, 19, 20. We're going to pay you a 20% commission on everything in your small leg every week on the first 5,000. And SLV stands for small leg volume. Remember, we said big leg, small leg. So we're going to pay you 20% on the first 5,000. And then we're going to pay you 10% thereafter. So if you did 20,000 in your small leg, we're going to pay you 20% on the first 5,000. That's 1,000. And then we're paying you 10% on the remaining 15,000. That's 1,500. You just made $2,500 for the week in your team bonus. Now, what you'll notice here is that when we pay you this 10%, we pay you 9 of the 10% in cash, and we give you the other 1% in MaVie dollars. Those MaVie dollars, when you go into your back office and you set up your MaVie Pay account, everybody has what's called a V wallet, and then you're paid through iPayout. Okay, so every single week we deposit this 1% of the 10%. We deposit that into your V wallet. So if you made $500 in team bonus, we're going to pay 50 of it goes into your V wallet, and that's called MaVie dollars. MaVie dollars can immediately be used for anything in travel. You can go online, you can buy anything you want, you can use the MaVie dollars immediately, or you can save it. You can use it in travel. You can use it to anything in the e-commerce. You can use MaVie dollars towards the purchase of any DNA report and towards the purchase of any DNA product. We wanted you to become a product of the product so that money sits there in that account. It never expires. You're never going to lose it. It sits there and it grows. And whenever it gets to any kind of a number, or whenever you want to, for whatever reason, you can immediately use it against travel. You can use it to buy anything on the e-commerce site, which is that global mall, or you can use it to buy a DNA report, or you can use it to buy any of the DNA product for it. And then future products that we bring out, you're going to have that opportunity to be able to use the MaVie dollars to purchase against those as well. We wanted you to be a product of the product. Now, every single week when you earn, when you earn your team bonus, there's a weekly cap. So as a lifestyle qualified associate, when you're at that rank, your cap is $250 for the week. When you get promoted to the next rank, which we're going to talk about how you get promoted in just a moment, your cap then goes up to 500, and it goes to 750 and 1,500. It moves through, and eventually your cap, the maximum amount of money that you can earn in any given week in your team bonus is 70,000 USD. Which you can earn on the team bonus. All the other ways in which you can earn money in the MaVie compensation plan, there's no cap. The fourth way that you earn money in our company is when we talked about the check match, okay? We talked about the check match. And you can earn, once you become what's called a lifestyle executive in our plan, you then earn 1 generation deep. And every time that you get promoted to the next rank, you earn an additional generation deep of check match. When you take a look at this screen here, you become a lifestyle executive. On your first generation, we're going to pay you the 10% of all the income that everybody earned in your group, in your organization, on your first generation. But what happens is this: say you've enrolled 10 different people. Those 10 different people are all on your first level. They're your first generation. So you take the income of each one of those people, the income, the check that they got, we're going to pay you 10% on that first generation. And then each one of those 10 people, say they enrolled 5 or 10 or 15 or whatever. So the number grows geometrically, right? We're going to pay you as you rank up again to the next rank. We're then going to pay you 10% on your first generation, but we add up all the income that everybody earned in your big leg and your small leg. We added all that together, and we're going to pay you 5% of the value of the total income that everybody earned on that second generation. And then when you take a look at the third generation, you're going to see that, again, you add up all the income of everybody on that third level, so 5 who get 5, who get 5. I mean, the numbers just continue to grow geometrically, right? And so what happens is that we're going to pay you between 5 and 10% of the total income of everybody, big leg and small leg, every single week of the total income that those individuals earn. And we wanted to reward you both, not only just on your small leg, but we wanted to reward you also on your big leg as well. The fifth way that you earn money, which we talked about, this is your membership renewal bonus. And in your membership renewal bonus, there's qualifiers that you need to be able to do to earn on this, because we want to pay you 5% of all of the renewals, membership renewals, on your first level. You add all that up with that, and we're going to pay you 5% value on your first and 4 on your second, and we're going to pay you 3 on your third. So there's a qualification that you have to be able to do to earn that, because you just can't immediately go and earn it. So once you've achieved 400 in CV over the 4-week commission cycle, we're going to pay you 5%. So you can eventually grow it to 500 or 600 or 700, whatever the number is you want to grow it to. We're going to pay you 5%. When you look at it and when you work it backwards, that's just a little more than 6 preferred memberships, or that's 15 advantage. And when they upgrade to the preferred, you need less preferreds than you need advantage, because the preferred is $69 a month versus $28. So if you qualify for the first level, when you do 400 CV on your first level, you've qualified. You then, if you do on your second level, because remember, if you enrolled 10 and if they enrolled 10, now you've got 100 on your second level. Once you do 1,000 in volume on your second level, we're going to pay you 4% on that level. And then once you generate 2,500 on your third level, you can earn 3% on that level. So this is something over a period of time, as it continues to grow and it continues to mature and build out there. It's another avenue in which to be able to earn income. We pay it 3 levels deep, but we want to reward you for the acquisition and for the retention of those memberships. And then when we talked about we also talked about there were these 2 bonus pools. Now, the Global Leadership Bonus Pool, once you get to the rank of what's called Lifestyle Global Director, who's this rank or higher in the company around the globe, you're going to split 1% evenly with everybody else around the globe. And then there's what's called the Presidential Leadership Pool, and that's for individuals who get to this rank of Lifestyle Global President or above. They split 2% every single week, but that's on a weighted basis, which meaning you can differentiate how much you earn versus everybody else based upon the size of your organization. So those are the 7 ways in which you earn income. We've talked about this. We've talked about this. Let's talk about this page now. So this page here, the first page that's the rewards that you get. But now, what does it take to actually move through the plan and to be able to get rewarded as you move through the plan? Everybody starts as a lifestyle associate. What you want to do is that you want to get them binary qualified as quickly as possible. How do you get them binary qualified? They need to do 25 of PCV themselves one time over any 4-week period. They need to have at least 2 legs that has an active ILA in it, and then typically you need 2 people that are customer only that you've personally enrolled. They now become binary qualified. When they're binary qualified, they can now begin to earn income through the plan itself. What you'll see here is that in these different ranks, they have to do 25 CV or 50 CV over any 4 consecutive week period. Once you've done it, you're qualified for the 4 weeks, and then you have to requalify again sometime in the next 4 weeks. To get promoted to what's called a Lifestyle Senior Associate 1 in LSA 1, you need to do 1,000 in volume in your small leg in any single week, or the total summation of 4,000 over any 4 consecutive weeks. Once you do that, you can get promoted to this rank of LSA 1. Now, there's a term here that's called spillover. Say, for example, I enroll you and you enroll Tessa, and then I enroll somebody else again, and I personally enroll them, but in the tree, because I only have 2 legs, I put the next person, there's an open spot under Tessa, and I put that person under Tessa. That's called spillover to you, and that's spillover to Tessa. So what happens is, in the team bonus, you're paid on spillover. So when we add up your 10% or your 20%, if any spillover you have in your small leg, you're going to get paid on it. It's not people that you've only personally enrolled and people they've personally enrolled. As people in your upline are depositing people down line of you, and you might, and if your small leg has spillover in it because people above you will continue to enroll down, you get paid on that spillover. And the volume that any of that spillover does qualifies you to get promoted into this row here. You get paid on spillover, you get promoted on spillover. That's something really, really exciting. So you're going to get paid when people in your upline, if there's an open spot beneath you and they deposit them there, since that's downline of you, you can get paid on them if that's your small leg. And the volume is there for you. You can get promoted from that volume also. So once you do 1,000 in volume in any single week, or the summation of 4,000 over any 4 consecutive weeks, totally combined, once you do that, you get promoted to what's called LSA 1. And then when you do 2,000 in any 1 week, or 8,000 over any 4 consecutive weeks, and remember, this includes spillover, you then get promoted to this next rank. What I like to tell people is this: let's get you binary qualified first. We get you binary qualified, you now begin to earn team bonuses. Now that you're earning team bonuses, let's get you to make a little bit of money. And I want to, as quickly as possible, I want to get you to lifestyle executive right here. I want to get you promoted to LE. And why do I want to do that? Because if you remember, when you take a look at LE, you earn your first generation deep of check match. They enroll into the business. They have that's great. Let's get them qualified into the binary. That's great. Now let's get them becoming a lifestyle executive. That's the next rank. You want to get them to lifestyle executive. They're earning 5 and 10% check match of everybody within their organization. And every time they rank up, they get paid another generation deeper as they move through the plan. So it's really, really important. So what happens is, what you'll see is that there's something that's really interesting that happens here at this rank of LSE. You'll see another column coming into place. And this column says ETCV. Well, ET stands for enrollment tree. So you enrolled Steve and Tessa, who enrolls John, who enrolls Kyle. All of us were in your lineage. That's called your enrollment tree volume. So what happens is that once you get to the rank of LE, you earn 1 generation deep of check match. Now, when you want to get promoted to LSE, and everything else above that, what we do is you now need to do 8,000 in volume, of which no more than 40% can come from any one leg. 8,000 might really be 500 people. I don't know the numbers in front of me. But what happens is, as you grow and you build and develop through your, it's actually way less than that, by the way. But as you grow and build and develop throughout your organization, the numbers continue to grow geometrically within the plan itself. And as you get promoted through the plan, you get paid deeper ranks within your check match. So you're going to get paid on tens, hundreds, thousands, and eventually maybe even tens of thousands of people. And there's no cap on this. Remember, here's the cap that you earn on your team bonus right here. There's no cap on check match. You earn as much money in check match as you want. There's no cap on how much money you can earn On your renewal bonus, the only cap is the team bonus. 20% on the first 5,000, 10% thereafter. And every single week, you look in the back office, here's my volume, you know what you're going to get paid. So one of the ways that I learned when I first started in this industry, I'm gonna go date myself now. 1987 was the first time I ever got involved in direct sales. And there's some of you that are laughing on the phone. Maybe you were even there with me. I don't know. When I enroll you, I'm not gonna leave you alone until I get you 3 wide and 3 deep. I got to get you locked in. I got to make sure you're there. You're earning income, you're seeing things begin to happen, and then I can begin to distance myself and come back and support, but then I'm building out some new legs, but I'm coming back to support again also. You want to get promoted to a lifestyle, to an LQA. Remember how we say you need to have 2 active lifestyle associates? 2 legs, you get promoted to LQA. If you want to get promoted to LSA1, you need to have 2 different legs that has an LQA in it. You have to have at least 1 person in 2 different legs that's binary qualified. If you do that, you then get promoted to this rank. As you move through this, like for example, to become an LE, we're saying that you need to have 2 LSA1s. So as you move through this, you're making sure that you're working with your people, you're helping them enroll, you're helping them to develop and to begin to grow and build their business. You get promoted, they get promoted through the plan itself. So it's really, really important that as you go through this, you're looking and you're watching and you're mentoring and you're developing and you're helping people move, get promoted through the plan and working your way through. We wanted to be able to reward people in the beginning of the plan, in the middle of the plan, and at the end of the plan. We wanted to reward you to work in your big leg, not just your small leg. We wanted to require you to have just a couple of customers, not a lot, but just a couple of customers in the plan itself where it works out well for you and it works out well for the company. You always want to have more people that are customers than are just representatives. We want to keep it easy. We want people to continue to qualify. We want people to continue to get promoted. We want people to be able to get paid. It's like anything. If you talk to a couple of people, you make a couple of bucks. You talk to a lot of people, you make a lot of bucks. It's all about how many you talk to, who do you talk to? Are you using people in your upline to build and develop your business? How many people are you putting in front of the plan itself? So with that, I'm going to stop the recording here.